Hello, my name is Kevin Carson, and I'm the proud superintendent of the Sussex County Vocational Technical School District. Welcome to the 5th edition of Hot Topics at Tech. Joining me today are Ms. Carol Withers, Supervisor of Special Education, and Dr. Holly Langley, Assistant Principal here at Sussex Technical High School. Our topic today is a program that we initiated a little over a year ago called IXL, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But the basic premise is we wanted to be able to know how we were doing in content areas here at Tech, and to be able to have a measurement point. We challenged our staff, we've challenged our students to meet some goals pertaining to English language arts and mathematics. So I've got two experts here with me who have been very important in terms of implementation of the program itself. So why don't we start with what does IXL mean, and what's the premise of it, and how does it work? So either of you.
I can start. So in my experience here, we have used a couple of diagnostics, MAP and iReady, and they were both great. But we looked into IXL and decided to use this as our math and English diagnostic, only because it offered a little bit extra than just the assessment. IXL is not an acronym. It doesn't stand for anything. It's simply phonetic. So I excel.
Okay. Yeah. So if that's the program, then Carol, how does it work? How do we test? How do we prepare students? Is it computer-based? Is it paper pencil? How does it work altogether?
So it is a learning platform that we use. It is computer-based. The students take an assessment on their iPads in math and reading, and then that assessment tells them where they are on, whether they're on or below grade level. Based on that assessment, it gives them a prescription of how they can improve their learning. And the teachers can also prescribe instruction that is based on their content, standards-based content.
So it basically gives them a roadmap to say, here's where I am, and this is what I need to work on along the way. And the good thing for the teacher is that they get to look at that and make decisions about lesson plans or support help or other types of things along the way. Has it been helpful? I mean, has it provided some of those directions within the classroom itself, do you think?
Absolutely. So we did the first diagnostic in September. So all of the English and math teachers had a baseline for where their students were in terms of math proficiency and what grade level they were in reading and writing. And they were able to then assign specific skills. So they could assign a skill based on whatever their level was, their grade level, or they could assign a content skill. So whatever they were teaching that day in their classroom, they could assign both of those. So that's what our English and math teachers have been doing. And we just administered the mid-year diagnostic, and we have seen growth in both areas.
Yeah. So we're looking at 3 evaluations this year, beginning, middle, and end.
Correct.
We have some challenge points that are out there for students. So after we've gotten through these 2 administrations, I mean, what have we learned? I mean, anytime we introduce something new at school, it's a challenge because it represents a change curve for both teachers and students from that perspective. My observations have been that it's become slowly but gradually more of the norm in the classroom. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that. I feel like the students are used to it now. They've accepted it, and they work well within the program.
Okay. So if we go through our process, and again, we like the idea of keeping score, of knowing how we're doing, and I think it would provide preparation 9th grade for 10th grade, 10th grade for 11, and to continue on from there. What do the goals represent? So we make our goals, we go past our goals, we don't make a goal from that standpoint. How does that get us set up for next year in terms of how did the 2 of you feel about the goals which were set by the teachers along the way? So how can we utilize that in our future planning?
So we set school-wide goals in both math and English, and in math we exceeded that mid-year goal. In English we came very close. So there's been school-wide improvement, which tells me that it's not just the English and math teachers that are utilizing this program, that it is across the board. So I think our teachers and students have bought into this.
Okay. And I believe that there's also potential applications in other content areas, isn't that correct?
That's correct.
That we're looking at?
Science and social studies can use it as well. Their use is a little bit different than reading and math. It is aligned with their content standards, so they can use it to
Supplement.
Thank you,
their curriculum.
Dr. Langley. Supplement their curriculum.
Yeah. So one of the things that we have here at Tech, and I think that you mentioned this along the way, so if a student knows where they are and what they can do, and because of the technology we have at school with the iPads, then if they were so inclined, they could practice. They could do more. They could do things in order to get ready. We used to call it cramming for the exam, and going from that perspective. But one of the other things, and I think this is an important point for parents, is that for years we have offered extra support help for students after school in a program we call Techademic Coaching. Monday through Thursday, we provide bus transportation home. And so if there are students who are struggling or who want that additional help, they're able to do that. The teachers that I've spoken with that have been in that program were, first of all, are encouraged by it because there are students who are trying to help themselves. But we've also seen an uptick in participation in Techademic coaching along the way. So the expectation and the seriousness of why grades are important, and we think that should be one of our foundations along the way. Do you see, conversations or people talking about Techademic coaching as an option to maybe help themselves out a little bit?
Well, I oversee the Techademic coaches, so I do my rounds and check in, and the attendance flows, ebbs and flows throughout the marking period. It tends to be a little bit higher towards the end of the marking period when students have tests to make up and extra work to make up. But I do think it is beneficial. Mostly in math and English is where we're seeing the highest need.
Yeah, and one of the things that's important here at Tech and with other schools, our students have to maintain their academic standing. I mean, they have to do that, and we think that Techademic coaching and the IXL program and the support, the relationship between career technical education and the core subject classes contributes to that, and so the importance of continuing with that. I'm excited about IXL. I think it's giving us the base that we need to move forward. We're going to be using IXL again this year for the screener for the incoming 8th graders. Congratulations to the 400 of you who will be joining us next year for that program, and we're looking forward to welcoming you to Tech, and also to become part of our program regarding IXL and school improvement and personal improvement for teachers also along the way, and for staff. So until next time, I want to thank Carol and Holly for being here. You did great. Until next time, work hard, be safe, take care of each other. Go Ravens.